Hello, welcome back to Kim Reads. We continue with Wicked, The Murder and Its Afterlife. Chapter 9. She returned to Munchkinland and punishing journey, exhausting herself. She had slept so little and her head still throbbed, but she was proud of herself. She arrived in the front of yard of Bach's cottage and called for the family to come. Bach was out in the field and one of his children had to be dispatched to fetch him. When he came running, he had an adze in one hand. I wasn't expecting you. It took me a minute, he said, panting. You'd run quicker if you left your blade behind, she noted. But he didn't drop it. Elphie, why'd you come back? To tell you what I have done, she said. I thought you'd like to know. I have killed Madame Morrible, and she can no longer harm anyone. But Bach did not look pleased. You took against that old woman, he said. Surely she was beyond the point of hurting anyone now. You've made the mistake that everyone makes, said the witch, cruelly disappointed. Don't you know there is no such point? You have worked to protect the animals, said Bach, but you did not intend to sink to the level of those who brutalize them. I have fought fire with fire, said the witch, and I ought to have done it sooner. Bach, you've become an equivocating fool. Children, said Bach, run inside and find your mother. He was scared of her. You're sitting on the fence, she said. Here's your precious Munchkinland is going to be sucked back into the folds of Royal Oz under His Highness the Emperor Wizard. And you see what Glinda is up to, and you've sent the child on your way with the shoes that belong to me. You used to stand when you were young, Bach. How could you have spoiled so? Elphie, said Bach, look at me. You are beside yourself. Have you been drinking? Dorothy is just a child. You may not retell this to make her into some sort of fiend. Milla, alerted to the tension in the front of the yard, came out and stood behind Bach. She carried a kitchen knife. Whispered noisily, the children watched from the window. You do not need to defend yourself with knives and adzes, said the witch coldly. I thought you would care to know about Madame Morrible. You are shaking, said Bach. Look, I will put this thing. Clearly you are upset. Nessa Rose's death has been hard on you. But you must get control of yourself, Elphie. Don't take against Dorothy. She is an innocent creature. She's all alone. I beg of you. Oh, don't beg, said the witch. I could not abide begging from you of all people. She ground her teeth and clenched her fist. I will promise you nothing, Bach. And this time she got her broom and fled away. Recklessly, she mounted the sides of the air currents under the ground below and lost any detail sharp enough to cause her pain. She was beginning to feel too long away from Kiamako. Lear was an idiot, headstrong, and lily-livered by turns, and Nanny sometimes forgot where she was. The witch didn't want to think about yesterday, the death of Madame Morrible, the accusations made by the puppet play. She could hardly be more averse to the wizard than she already was. If there was a shred of possibility to the sick idea of his having fathered her, it only made her hate him more. She would have asked Nanny about when she got home. When she was 38 and realized it felt like to have a sense of home. For that, Sarima, thank you, she thought. Maybe the definition of home is that place where you are never forgiven, so that you may always belong there, bound by guilt, and maybe this cost of belonging is worth it. So she decided to head to Kiamako by following the yellow brick road. She could make one last try for the shoes. She had nothing left to lose. If the shoes fell into the hands of the wizard, he would use them to bolster his claim to Munchkinland. Maybe if she tried, she could shrug her shoulders and leave Munchkinland to its fate. But damn it, those shoes were hers. She finally found a peddler who had seen Dorothy. He had stopped by the side of the wagon and rubbed his ears of his donkey as he discussed with her. She passed her a few hours ago, he said, chewing on a carrot and sharing it with the donkey. She wasn't alone. She had a ragamuffin crew of friends with her. Bodyguards, I suspect. Oh, the poor frightened thing, said the witch. Who? Munchkinland or Beefcake Boys, I wonder? Not exactly, said the peddler. There was a straw man and a tin man, and a big cat who hid in the bushes when I passed. A leopard, maybe, or a cougar. A man of straw, said the witch. She's awakening the figures of mist. She's charming them to life. That must be some attractive child. Did you notice her shoes? I wanted to buy them from her. Yes, did you? Not for sale. She seemed very attached to them. They were given to her by a good witch. Pig spittle they were. None of my affair either way, said the peddler. Can I interest you in anything? An umbrella, said the witch. I've come out with each one, and it looked nasty. I remember the good old days of the drought, said the peddler, fishing out a somewhat worn umbrella. Here's the bumbleshoot. Yours for a nickel florin. Mine for free, said the witch. You wouldn't deny a poor old woman in need, would you, my friend? Not and live to tell about it, I see, he answered and went on to his way uncompensated. But as the wagon passed, the witch heard another voice. Of course, no one asks for beasts of burden, but it's my opinion she's Ozma coming out of the deep sleep changer and marching onto Oz to restore herself to the throne. I hate royalists, said the peddler, and lashed out with a crop. I hate animals with attitude. But the witch could not stop to intervene. So far, she had been unable to save Nor. She had been incompetent at bargaining with the wizard. She had a moment too late to murder Madame Morrible. Or had she just been in time? Either way, she should not try to what was clearly beyond her. And that's the end of that chapter. See you later.